Before you fast forward, are you done with the same old conference fluff? Then listen up. Cultivate 2026 is not another trade show. This February 17th and 18th in Nashville, senior leaders in rental housing are locking arms to solve real business-breaking challenges together. No PowerPoints that put you to sleep. We're talking AI done right, radical accountability that actually works, and crushing tech chaos for good. Learn from the pros who live it every single day. I also want you to catch Sarah Ross, leadership expert, flipping the script on tired leadership norms and injecting vitality into your playbook. You'll leave with frameworks you use, contacts you keep, and strategies that actually move the needle. That's the Cultivate promise. Registration is limited and it actually matters. So click now, secure your spot, and let's stop talking about change and start leading it. Cultivate 2026, real leaders, real issues, and real results. Welcome to the February 5th edition of the Tip of the Day for Multifamily Operations. The title is this: How to Keep SOPs from Becoming Shelfware. So we talked about the importance of SOPs yesterday. Today we're going to talk about how to keep them from becoming shelfware. In other words, people not reading them or following them as directions and guidance for the delivery of outcomes in your business, whether it be for customer service or team member experience, etc. Today's entry reads like this: SOPs fail when they're written once and never revisited. Operations evolve, regulations change, business environments change, read the market changes. Documentation must keep up. The best SOPs are living tools. They're reviewed regularly, pressure tested in real scenarios, and shaped by the people who actually use them. If a process can't be followed on a busy Friday afternoon, it isn't finished. That is, in other words, to say in a chaotic moment when you are pressured by not only the need and want and desire to get home to your loved ones or to get out to the happy hour or whatever it might be, but if there is a lot going on in a Friday afternoon, you can still create an outcome based on a process that is tried and true in your organization. Documentation should reflect reality, not aspiration. When SOPs stay current, they earn trust and get used. You have to keep them current, because if one of your team members delivers an SOP that is out of date and it creates an outcome that makes them look foolish, then the trust goes out the window by your team member and it goes out the window by your consumer. Just to drive the point home, here's the tip. Set up an action committee in your company that rotates every 2 years. Their responsibility, keep all SOPs current. So at a company I worked for back in St. Louis a long time ago, this is not in the, we're going to turn this into a book, but worked for a company a long time ago. We set up an action committee within the organization that their primary task was to, on a annual basis, to go through every single one of our standard operating procedures. Every one of our SOPs was examined throughout the course of the year. So they were broken down into quarters, and every week there were a certain number of SOPs that were reviewed through that quarter, and the same for the next 4 quarters. We had a rotation set up where leadership rotated out every 2 years and the members of the committee rotated out every year. So there was some continuity in the group. And so the institutional knowledge carried forward into the new group. But the point is, and the punchline is, we had a committee whose sole purpose was to go through the standard operating procedures on an ongoing basis forever, to keep those things tried and true in the organization, so that you didn't have a team member showing up and delivering something that just wasn't true. That action committee also, if you think about COVID, if COVID happens, you don't have a standard operating procedure for how you respond to something like that. The action committee creates that real time. They were also tasked with exiting standard operating procedures that just didn't make sense for our business anymore, no matter what the catalyst was for that. So committee examines, they had all the autonomy in the world unless there was something that was going to change us radically in terms of cost and or the benefit. So we had to figure that out. But my tip for you, get that put in your organization. Take care. We'll talk to you again soon.